Hello again.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Thank you so much for being here. This is
Thank
so
you for
cool.
having me, man.
Thank you.
I'm a fan. I have been for a while.
Same.
We were having this conversation backstage about what constitutes unk and whether or not you hit unk in your 40s. But let's not get to the answer that we had privately in front of everyone and in front of these cameras. So one more time, just in case he didn't hear, what did you think of the album?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now this must be one of the strangest experiences for you as a musician, because the making of a record is such a personal thing. The writing of a record is such a personal thing. But today you got to see your album played in front of fans of your music and see their reactions, that first listen, which is something you never get to do.
Yeah.
Was it the worst experience of your life?
Oh yeah, 100%. We were talking about it because it's like I don't know what any of you are thinking, so it was nuts. And then it was also weirder watching like my parents and my sister sitting there just like listening to my music as well. It's just, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but it was very weird.
Can we make some noise for family, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know he's a good Nigerian boy. You had to do that, right? Because there would have been trouble if you didn't.
That was our greeting. Why did you do that?
Well, we need to talk about heritage. That's definitely something that we're going to touch on. But before we do that, I'd love to talk about how we got to this point with this record, because it is infinitely different to the first album. And I'd almost argue that the Someone Somewhere EP was where this began. Just as a fan, and if we're talking sonics and we're talking songwriting, this feels much more connected to that project than the first.
Yeah, I think we kind of started something there. I remember the song Troubled Ones was the song that I was kind of like, oh, maybe this is where my album's going to go, or at least in that world. And I wanted to put it on this album, actually, but, I thought it was a good enough song to put on the project. But yeah, I think I've always wanted to make this album, and I think I'm old enough now. I think I've had enough experiences. I think my musical knowledge and all of that is in that place, and I think it was kind of the perfect time to make this album.
I suppose this is the perfect juncture to talk imperfection, because we were listening to the record and we were talking about this idea of presenting something perfect versus something that is flawed. I love when a record and when a vocal performance has imperfections to it, because for me, it feels as though you're there in the booth with them. Yeah. It has not been polished. It has not been sort of refined. It is what it is. Yeah. How do you feel about things not sounding as polished as maybe they have done? Because personally, I really enjoy that kind of vocal performance.
I never used to care, actually. And then I think as I progressed through the industry and everything, you kind of start thinking about that a bit more and worrying about that a bit more. And it's like, are some of these songs not translating as well because they're not perfect? I think one of the examples on this album in particular of like a really not perfect vocal was, why have I forgotten the title of my own song?
I feel like I should ask you guys, because you had your eyes closed the entire time during that playback, and you were just, I'm talking to you. Your eyes are open now, but during that you had your eyes closed and you went somewhere else. I think it connected regardless of whether it was perfect or imperfect, because I think she went to a different spiritual plane during some of those moments. Yeah. Okay, look, maybe we should talk process, because I'm fascinated by writers. I write myself, I don't write songs, but the process of taking yourself and some of those shit bits, the tough stuff, and finding a way to express it through art is a huge part of who I'm becoming. How much is that a part of your journey and who you are versus who you've been?
I think, it's a huge part, and I think for this record in particular, I don't think we would have made it if it wasn't for those moments. I think that's also why it's called It Could Be Worse, because a lot of it's about perspective, and I think you kind of need to go through those moments, and you need to go through the rough parts to get to that place where you can go, oh, do you know what? It could have been worse. Do you know what I mean? But I think one of the things that actually she doesn't know I'm going to do this, but I have to give it up to my mum. I think this record is low-key dedicated to my mum. I think we my dad is such a dad. He's got the camera all up in her face and that.
Bro, at least he ain't got the Bluetooth in his ear like my dad did like that.
But no, there were so many things that like happened to our family, and I won't get too deeply into it, but we went through a lot, and I think my mum took a lot of the biggest hits, and a lot of the inspiration for this, now in hindsight, looking back at it, came from the fact that I would sit down with my mum and I'd have conversations with her about a lot of the stuff that our family had gone through, and again, not to get too detailed, I hope you don't mind me saying, but my mum lost her mum and my grandma, and during that time it was huge for us, and we lost so many other people. But seeing my mum be so positive and seeing her just look at things from a perspective that she had every right to need to look at it from that perspective, and just having so much faith, and really you could just see her giving everything to God through everything that she had been through. It was incredible, and she never like said these words verbatim, but it was very much a like it could be worse mentality, and I think that's really where the album has kind of come from. So thank you, I love you, you're amazing.
See, what's fascinating to me about that is that you're clearly fiercely private, but at the same time, so much of you is in the record. Why is it easy to put yourself in the record but not speak about it in the same way?
Yeah. It's a good question.
Did I get a finger snap?
I think for me, there was, because I love music and because it's like my way of expressing myself, and it's always been my way of expressing myself, I think it's actually so much easier to do that, to put it in the music rather than speak about it. And I think I'm pretty bad at like articulating myself and stuff. And so I think there's a piece that you kind of find in just being able to express it in the moment and do it through that art form. But yeah, I think also like just leave me alone. Let me be private. You know what I mean? But yeah,
this is the last question I'll ask around it, because you
course.
touched on something deeply personal to me, and it's weird what it ended up stirring in myself, and that is that I lost my grandmother a few years ago, and that's my last grandparent. So all four of them are buried back home, and a film came from it for me. Why do you think so much art comes from pain?
Reggie, man. I think some people have therapy and people have all these other ways of dealing with things, and I genuinely just think it's as simple as that's our way of dealing with it. I think it is truly just, we have to let these things out, and we have to express them in certain ways. And I think it's there's so many other ways that you see people handle their emotions, or they deal with the pain and deal with whatever it is, and it's not always the most positive thing. And so I think for us, it is just this thing that we found where it's like, I don't actually think I have any other choice but to put it out that way. Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of love and loss in the album, but let's talk joy, because this is not a trauma porn party. This is about a really beautiful, joyous record. And speaking of joy, we have to talk about culture and heritage.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you were Nigerian until I saw the video for Jamoki. And I know I pronounced that wrong.
You're
But
close.
technically, we're
It's
ops.
Jumoke.
Okay, I'm not going to get into
You
it.
can do it.
I'm not going to do
You
that.
can do it, Jumoke.
No, because we're ops, like,
Yeah, it's true.
literally.
It's true. It's true.
Given where I'm from and given where you're from, we shouldn't be smiling at each other
This
right
is
now.
true. This is true.
But outside of the Jollof Wars, how much...
I'm going to say this.
Go on.
This. This is going to cause
You're going to
so
say
much
Sierra
problem.
Leone?
It's fire, but I actually like Ghanaian jollof. I know. Guys, I'm sorry. I know. Listen, my best friend's Ghanaian. Listen, there's something about basmati that just kicks off. I'm sorry.
For those of you watching
My
on
mum
YouTube
will never
right now...
cook jollof for me again.
For those of you watching on YouTube right now that are culturally drowning, we're referring to dishes that both of our nations make. And someone over there said Gabon. You're on your own, sis. So Gambia. I apologize, Gambia, still. Anyway, how much would you say what it is you're from, where it is you're from, has helped this change between album 1 and album 2?
I think there's a confidence that's kind of, I know like a lot of us probably relate to this, where, you know, my first name is Ini Abassi. I call myself Sam for, you know, optics and all of that stuff. But yeah, my name's Ini Abassi. Everyone that really knows me calls me Ini. So I think when I was younger, and again, I think most people can relate to this, being like an African child or whatever, like having a name that people couldn't pronounce and having, you know, being in school and it was always like people would find a way to make it a joke or whatever, you kind of shy away from that. You shy away from your culture a bit. And so for me, I think the older I've gotten, the more I've just learned about myself, the more I've understood about myself and my culture. And I thank God for my parents again, because they've always really instilled in me like who I am and where I'm from. It's not like they don't force it on me, but it's just like, oh yeah, this is your name and this is where you're from, and you just learn all these things about your culture. It just became like a confidence thing, and you're like, oh yeah, well, I can express that in anything and everything. So
I'm sure there's a lot of people in the room that will sort of attest to this, that there's something about that new decade that changes things, right? You're in the early stages of your third decade, and you talk about feeling comfortable in your own skin, and that's certainly something that I've felt year on year. How's that affected your songwriting?
I think there's just a confidence in it, and I'm really, really learning how to not like people please, and I'm really learning how to not care about things that like don't serve me. I think and I think that the only way that that's all that's really going to come out in the songwriting is when you're just being honest and real with yourself. So I think that's it for me. Yeah.
Okay. I stumped you backstage earlier when I asked you about touring.
Yeah.
Because you spent a lot of time in the Far East, and I'm sure it must be like mind-blowing to go to such a far-flung place and see your music resonate in such a beautiful and real way. What is it about what you're doing that is resonating in the Far East, and what has that audience taught you about your music?
Honestly, I don't know why they like it so much. It's so weird. But I'm gassed because those trips are incredible. It's like being able to see that part of the world is incredible, and the people are incredible, and the culture is incredible. I think they appreciate, I think it's honestly as simple as I think they appreciate that we make the effort to go out there. And I find that in a lot of the countries that we go to is that people just want to feel seen. They want to feel like you want to be there. And because you'll be surprised how like hard it is for artists to get out to those cities, or how little artists actually go to those cities and countries. And so I think after like the first tour and show we did there, it just kind of became this. Yeah, it just kind of became this thing, and they just wanted us back every time. And so I ain't gonna say no. I'll go where I wanted. So yeah, it's been great.
Okay, let's get back to the album. It's out tomorrow.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, it deserves one of those for that. Congratulations.
thank you.
And it is out on vinyl
Yeah.
tomorrow. Now, it won't be streamable for a while, until next year, I believe. Is that right?
Exclusive. Look at that. We got you.
So for all of you that were thinking you can listen to this first thing in the morning, you cannot, unless you purchase a vinyl this evening
Yeah.
or tomorrow. Why vinyl, and why this way around?
I want people to experience this album the way we intended it, which is as an album. I want you to listen to it from back to front. I think when you read a book, you don't read one chapter and go, that was a great book. You know what I mean? You read the entire book, and it gives you the context of what it is that you're reading. And I think then you can kind of choose from there what parts you enjoy more than others, but you can't understand the full story unless you read the entire book. And so for me, I mean, there's a number of other reasons, streaming and all of that. I can talk about that, I won't. But the main thing for me was I wanted people to hear this as we intended. I don't care about singles. I don't care about, charts and all of that sort of stuff, which is really nice. I used to proper give a crap about that. I don't now, but it's. I just want people to really hear what we created as a whole, and eventually you'll be able to hear it without this. I won't tell you when, but it will come out digitally.
I hope I'm
That
not
would be
jumping.
crazy to not do that. but,
Yeah, no, you're going to have to stream it
Yeah.
for sure. I hope I'm not jumping the gun here in asking you about something that we spoke about earlier, which is how you want to share this record with fans of the album. Is that something you're happy to talk about now?
Yes,
Yeah?
I would say it.
I can see your manager giving me a
Is
side
it-
eye.
where is it? Can we? Can I talk about it? All right.
I think it's one of the coolest things I've heard, so it's great that you can. This is the
It's-
first time anyone's hearing about this, by the way.
It's a plan. I'm gonna see. We're still figuring out how we're gonna do it. The plan is, I am going to try and go to people's houses with the vinyl and a vinyl player, and we'll just sit down and listen to the album. That's the plan. We have not figured it out yet. It's still a work in progress. We want to do it though, so hopefully, I really want. I think also to the point of also why on vinyl is because I want people to just have a real tangible musical experience again. I remember the days when who remembers Comet? Do you remember Comet, the store?
Store,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
electronics store.
Yeah. I remember I would go in there, and honestly, my parents can attest to this. I'm the kind of kid that needed a leash because I'd go missing. But more time you would find me over at the like CD section or the vinyl section or whatever it was, video cassette thing, just going through stuff and playing records and listening to things. And I just want to bring that back in the smallest way possible. I'm not going to make like this major change with doing this, but I hope it's like enough, and I hope that people can step out of their houses and do things that are a bit more tangible and not everything be on like our phones and so digital. So if I can, do a small thing in that area, then this is my contribution to it.
Nice. Okay, now for the people that have been fans for a long time, you'll be happy to know, if you don't know already, that this man is surrounded by his day ones, and that is a huge part as to why I've not lost my brain, and I'm sure it's what's kept your feet on the ground. Can you speak to your team and why it's made up of people that you literally met in church as a kid?
Because I think they keep me humble. I think, I don't know. It's just, they're good people. Everyone's incredible. I think one thing that I really appreciate is that whenever people meet my friends, my family, anyone that I'm surrounded by, they all just go, oh, wow, your friends are really lovely, or like, oh, your parents are really lovely, or whatever, like your sisters and all of that. And I think I really appreciate that because that's my experience with them. And so it's nice to just have that be the be I don't want to call it the team. It's just it's family. I just love being around my people. It's great.
And how much have they influenced where you've gone to as an artist? Because it is incredible being able to listen to somebody's early work right the way through to their newest and hearing that progression and change. But I'm definitely affected by what I'm around and the people that I love and the people that love me. How much have they affected that change in you? Because you speak to finding yourself much more in recent years, right?
Yeah.
Have they played a part in that?
Yeah, hugely. I think as most of you that like have listened to my music from early know, I really take my time with making stuff. Yeah, but I think that a lot of times I'm either trying to just be around friends and family. I'm definitely trying to make way more of an effort with that now. But I want to live life a bit, and I think these people like help affect that. And so, yeah, a lot of the experiences that you probably hear within these records have come from me just like living life.
Love that. Now, how do you feel about actually using that guitar to your left and performing in this room?
I don't know. Do you guys want to hear a song or two? Is that all right? All right. I think we should do it.
We just did that old ho though. It's been done forever and it still works.
Yeah.
So how many songs do you feel like, or how many songs do you feel comfortable sharing with us today? Off the new record, of course.
I'm actually gonna do some old ones because I feel like you've heard the new ones. So is old ones cool? Okay. I'll play. Let's do two. Do two.
Two. We got time for two.
Right? Is that all right? We got time.
Does that work for you guys? Two songs?
Yeah. Amazing.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Do it. All right. Round of applause for Sam, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Please go out for Reggie as well.
Thanks for talking to me, bro.
I
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Pardon me for being frank, I cried an ocean over folks who were no kin to me. Picking dreams and picket fences, my offenses, I've got optimistic tendencies. Hearing my emotions screaming out loud and clear, but they don't play fair. Yeah, was I ever really sure? Lie to me. Tell me, was I insecure? Remind me, I've been searching for some reassurance. Guide me, tell me, what was all this for? For we try to hold this together, we break from the pressure, fade from the pleasure. More we try to hold this together, we break from the pressure, fade from the pleasure, we fade. Ooh. I was alright when things started. Better off not thinking this will save me. Driving down a dead end road regardless. Can't ignore all the stop signs. Didn't notice till it got heavy. Every time we said it was the same thing. Said we could see past the problems we tried. Was I ever really sure? Lie to me. Tell me, was I insecure? Oh, remind me, I've been searching for some reassurance. Oh, guide me. Tell me, what was all this for? Oh, what was this for? Oh, Father, oh, we try to hold this together. Break from the pressure, fade from the pleasure. Oh, we try to hold this together. Break from the pressure, fade from the pleasure. We fade. Ooh, 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 ooh. We fade. Thank you. Trying to think of what song to do. Can I get a bit more guitar, please? Thanks, Sam. I'll stop the storm. No, that's right. I'll stop the storm, dry out the rain. I'll be the pill you take to ease all your pain. I'll be your pedal, drive you away. Be your sanity when you feel insane. On your darkest days, I'll be your sun. Say the thing that you need the most. You're left with none. Whatever you need, I will be. All I ask is to be loved by you. Oh, it's gonna take time, but I'm willing to try. I'll be your therapy, hold back the time. I'll be your Uber driver when it's getting late. And I'll be your pressure babe when it's too much to take. Sing whatever you need, I will be. All I ask is to be loved by you. Oh, whatever you need, I will be. All I ask is to be loved by you. Is to be loved by you. Whatever you need, I will be. Sing whatever you need. Oh, whatever you need. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, whatever you need, I will be. All I ask is to be loved by you. Thank you. We good? You want one more? Can I do one more?
Did you say church?
love that you think I'm taking requests. It's hilarious. I'm going to play my favorite song. Thank you. We slept under the safety of darkness, and we lived moments I will never know. 'Cause I find silver linings when stars are aligned and moons glow. But when time is divided, you see the things light doesn't show. I've been dreaming, reality is not what it seems to be. Keep forgetting everything I thought I knew when the night calls. Oh, I've been dreaming, yes, I've been dreaming. Fading, consciously conscious of waiting for daylight to come and reclaim our poor souls. 'Cause I find silver linings, stars are aligned and moons glow. Oh, when time is divided, see the things light doesn't show. I've been dreaming, reality is not what it seems to be. Keep forgetting everything I thought I knew when the night called. Oh, I've been dreaming, yes, I've been dreaming. I've been dreaming, reality is not what it seems to be. Keep forgetting everything I thought I knew when the night calls. Oh, I've been dreaming, yes, I've been dreaming. Can you guys sing that part for me one more time? The ooze? Sing ooh. Yeah. One more time, sing. Ooh. So kumbaya. One more time. Sing, sing. One more time for me, say. I've been dreaming, reality is not what it seems to. Keep forgetting everything I thought I knew when the night called. Oh, I've been dreaming, yes, I've been dreaming. Oh, I've been dreaming. Thank you. Guys, I just want to say a massive, 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 massive thank you. This has been incredible. Please give up for yourselves. Please give up for Mr. Reggie Yates one time. Huh? Please give it up for my manager Ian, for my manager Jackie. Please give it up for Sonos and Portico Studios for letting us do this here today. It's been incredible. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. We'll see you soon.